1 in 400 trillion. Think about that number. That's the chance that you are born. That's the chance that you are even birthed in the first place. And now you're here on this planet. You're seeing me on YouTube. How low do you think the probability is that you're actually seeing me? Look at my subscriber count. Look at my views. It's basically an impossible probability. You're inside of this realm of self-evolution. Or at least you stumbled upon the grasp of it. Perhaps you haven't seen it before. Perhaps this is the first time you've ever seen it. But this is the best mistake you have ever made. Joining us along this journey. Because the odds of you being born is 1 out of 400 trillion. And most people will spend their entire existence, which is basically impossible and shouldn't exist, playing Xbox video games all day long. And, you know, Joan, good one. They spend their entire existence playing Xbox video games and joking about on their consoles and the video games, like I said. They're joking about at parties. They're joking about at the family meetups. At everything they're doing, they're not taking it seriously. They're joking about with porn and jerking off in general. They're not taking life seriously. And I'm sure to some people that actually makes sense, right? Some people it resonates with them to sit down on the sofa, watch telly all day long. That's a happy day for them. That's a good day for them. For some people it resonates with them to enjoy their lives for each and every single day they possibly can. Every day they're alive and nothing terribly bad happens, they're trying to enjoy themselves. Which in a way it sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Because you only live once, so you may as well try everything. There's a quote I once heard from a friend of mine. And that friend happened to smoke weed and vape and drink every weekend, throughout the week as well. Heavily addicted. But you know, when you look at them, their financial isn't sorted out. Their physical isn't sorted out. They've got a big old belly beneath them. And their mental clearly isn't in a great state, just searching for dopamine that literally raises 5% each time. But they're happy. They've got a smile on their face. For them, life isn't serious. For them, life's about fun. For them, life is about satisfying themselves. But there's a few people on this planet, you might be among one of them, who don't actually enjoy that. People like me, who don't enjoy parties, don't enjoy drinking, don't enjoy the idea of drugs, let alone doing drugs. I've never done drugs in my life. And I will continue to say that until the day I die. Think about that. Think about how powerful that is. I don't enjoy that sort of life. I don't enjoy that sort of realm. I enjoy personally evolving myself, growing and becoming better, more competent, strong and powerful each and every single day. Because the odds of me being here are so minusculely low that it's actually more of a probability that I'm not here across a million realms of life. Right? Across a trillion realms of life, I'm still there in just this one. Doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And with the one life I've been gifted, because you do only live once, there's no reset, there's no respawn button like you may believe there is. I want to make my life enjoyable for the entire life. Not these short dopamine highs before the lows. Living life on high. And if you're anything like me, you're probably in a similar position, similar boat. You want to live your entire life with this dopamine high, with this enjoyment, walking through each and every single day with a huge smile on your face, loads of confidence in your swag. Look like a champion. Act like a champion and feel like a champion. You don't want to sit there playing the video games because you realise it's just dopamine. You don't want to sit there scrolling on your TikTok because you realise it's just dopamine. 1 in 400 trillion you're here. And less than 1% chance you actually care about your life. Think about how low that is. If you're anything like me, you probably want to have this beautiful image in your head that you're striving towards each and every single day like a guiding star in the sky. I'll see if I can get a picture up as always. You're looking up to that guiding star as an image of what you imagine your future to be like. Look at it. Look how powerful that end scene to the movie is. Right? I'll give you my picture. I'm sitting on a beach. There's 2 large mountainous headlands beside me. And there's a nice concaved bay. The sun's setting right on the horizon line of the ocean. A nice orange orb with these candy floss coloured skies, right? A little bit of an orange, a little bit of a pink and a purple in the clouds and in the sky. It's an absolute elegant evening. And I'm sitting there. There's a tiki hut to my left. There's a beautiful, beautiful girl that you couldn't even dream about. I can't even picture her, right? But there's a beautiful girl there on my right. And in my left hand, I have like a coconut drink with a little parasol in it. And we're sitting on these beach chairs, right? Enjoying the sunset. And I've got no stress, no fear, no worries. Completely private. Like a private island, right? And there's a little bit of lo-fi music playing in the background for the outro of the movie. The end scene, the credentials. Can you picture that? Can you picture that ideal ending? If you can't, it's fine, brother. You'll get there eventually, I promise you. If you stay around for long enough and you start taking action at a quicker rate, I promise you eventually it will come. Eventually it will fall for you. Eventually you'll be able to sit down with confidence, looking into your future life, looking ahead, miles into the future, and understand that image that you have, that end scene that you can see, can for certain become a reality. And I mean it can become a reality within the next 2 years, within the next 5 years, maybe in the next 10 years, if you're patient enough and you keep working towards that trade. I don't want to assure you anything less. And you shouldn't believe any less. I dream of having fun, having a smile on my face with a Lamborghini and 10,000 in my bank. Lamborghini and 10 million in my bank. Lamborghini and 100 million in my bank. I don't dream of having fun going to parties. They don't appeal to me. And I don't know about you, because the chances of life is 1 in 400 trillion. Let me repeat that one more time. I want to make everybody around me live the best life possible. And that's one of my greatest goals. Is that the same for you? Or are you somebody who's only trying to please yourself, only trying to impress yourself and do as good as you can just for yourself? Are you ignorantly walking through life, arrogantly focusing on yourself and only yourself? Do you believe you can actually change? Or are you one of these people in my comment section who loves to cry and moan and complain that you can't change your lives from working hard? Which is just a complete lie. It's just a complete lie. Look at Tyson Fury. When he won the first title, he's talked about it on a podcast. You can go find it. I'm not going to link it. You can go find it. He said how he was depressed and he found himself in a horrific state. He found himself in a horrible position. And then he just realised only he cares about himself. Only he is going to save himself. Only himself will actually be able to rise again and become the Gypsy King again. Think about people who grew up broke and are now rich. To sit there and say they didn't work on themselves is just completely ignorant. And I hope your ignorance is overcome by intellect soon. Because if you genuinely work hard at whatever realm you'd like, if you just focus on the one tree and watering it each and every single day, making it grow and be able to sprout these beautiful apples from it that you can feed to the entire village, you can absolutely do that. You can evolve yourself and become better than this video game player that you are. I know you can. You're not like them. You're not like the rest. You can be different. You can actually be an individual who's unique, charismatic, powerful, strong, competent, good at boxing or kickboxing or whatever your favourite combat sport is. You can have all of these great ambitions and achieve each and every single one of them. Because you've already achieved the greatest feat of human history. And that is being born alone. 1 in 400 trillion. And you're here watching this. The odds aren't in your favour, they never have been. Yet, you're here right now. So I want you to know you genuinely can achieve anything you put your mind to. Not in a corny way, but in a genuine way. I promise you, I've never had more intent with what I am saying, what words are coming out of my mouth, than what I'm saying right now. You can achieve anything you actually put your mind to, even if it's considered impossible. There will be a way. There will be a series, perhaps years, decades, centuries, where we evolve and become greater as a human race, so it becomes possible. If you think that perhaps extinction of humans is impossible, Look ahead into the future. It's certainly possible. If you think perhaps humans evolving to have wings is impossible, in 100 million years it might not be. And if you think we're the only race on this planet who's ever graced the world, it's highly possible. For an extreme random example, I'm trying to enlighten you with multiple angles of attack, because for me, in my opinion, that works best. It helps to acknowledge what I'm trying to say. It helps to acknowledge my point, which I can summarize briefly for you, but it doesn't align with everybody. And I'm trying to align and save as many lives as I can. There's a lot of people who believe they cannot change their lives, and I don't want you to be one of them. I want you to be somebody who believes in yourself, genuinely believes in yourself. I want you to be confident and genuinely bright. A good young man, or even a good young woman. You can be a good person, regardless. And you just got to go out and get it done. The chances of you being here are zero. Essentially, as good as zero. Yet you are still here. So take the chances whilst you're here. Take the chances whilst you grace the beautiful surface of the planet. And see what you can do. See what you can achieve. My Discord's linked below, brothers. And it's a place where we'll be able to network and keep each other accountable in our journeys towards becoming the greatest versions of ourselves, if that's something you'd be interested in. And as always, stay strong out there. We'll see you tomorrow.